Accessibility at Blinn. The Rehabilitation Act of 1973 is the federal law that requires Blinn to be accessible to its students and employees that may have a disability. The non-discrimination requirements of the law apply to employers and organizations that receive federal financial assistance. This statute was intended to prevent intentional or unintentional discrimination based on a person's disability. Therefore, programs receiving federal funds may not discriminate against those with disabilities based on their disability status. All government agencies, federally funded projects, K-12 schools, post-secondary entities such as state colleges, universities, and vocational training schools fall into this category. You can see the text of Section 504 of the Rehab Act listed here. Enforcement of this law falls to the Office of Civil Rights, otherwise known as OCR. By contrast, Section 508 applies only to federal agencies and departments that develop or use technology and provide standards for their electronic resources and technology. In short, Section 508 doesn't apply to schools receiving federal financial assistance. They are only subject to Section 504 and the Americans with Disabilities Act, or called ADA. Section 508 is important not because it directly applies to Blinn, but for several other reasons. They are that Section 508 provided the first ever U.S. federal accessibility standard for the Internet. This section provides compliance language that can be monitored at a distance. A list of the Section 508 standards that apply to web accessibility is provided in the WebAIM Section 508 checklist. State governments may be held accountable for complying with Section 508, and businesses must comply with Section 508 when supplying electronic and information technology, goods, and services to the federal government. In terms of web content, Section 508 created a baseline of standards by which a private institution would demonstrate compliance. Accessibility in face-to-face courses. Instructors have a responsibility to make their courses accessible to diverse populations of learners without delay in order to progress through courses and programs. The implications for this responsibility mean that course materials must be prepared in more than one format. Documents are formatted for accessibility and assistive technology, such as screen readers. Learning management system pages, such as D2L Daylight, must be checked for accessibility, and multimedia use in classes or linked for students must be captioned. Accessibility in online or hybrid courses. The Quality Matters Rubric 6th edition used in Blinn's internal review systems has an increased emphasis on meeting accessibility standards in online and hybrid courses. Specifically General Standard 8, Accessibility and Usability, the General Standard reads, "The course design reflects a commitment to accessibility and usability for all learners." Standards 8.3 and 8.4 listed on this slide provide the standard language by which internal reviewed courses must meet. Blinn has several accessibility tools available for its employees and instructors. In Office 365, all programs contain styles which, when used, provide accessible formatting used by assistive technology. All Office 365 programs contain an accessibility checker tool in the File menu, and that tool provides step-by-step instructions to correct accessibility errors. All Office 365 software programs have an integrated Alt Tag tool that provides descriptions of images so that a screen reader can provide the information about an image to someone who cannot physically see it. Adobe Pro also has styles which provide accessible formatting for assistive technology. It also includes an accessibility checker tool which provides instructions for fixing errors, and it also has an integrated alt tag tool so that images can have a description. In addition to the tools available in Office 365 and Adobe Pro, instructors and employees at Blinn also have multimedia accessibility tools available to them. Tegrity, a screen capture software, has integrated captioning capability. Those captions require editing to be considered closed caption for accessibility. Blinn also has captioning services available through the Virtual College of Texas, and VCT provides Blinn with 1,000 minutes of captioning service each year. It does require the user to upload caption files into Tegrity recordings. Blinn also has available YouTube, and by uploading any recordings into YouTube, captioning is automatically provided. It is believed that the accuracy of the YouTube captioning is a little bit more dependable. Of course, accuracy is dependent on any spoken accent or articulation. Blinn also provides professional development for accessibility. The Professional Development Office has developed and is providing monthly sessions to instructors, staff, and administration in producing accessible resources. These workshop sessions will cover Office 365 software, Adobe Pro, Tegrity screen capturing, and formatting images for assistive technology.